On today's episode of WatchJRGo, we work on standing up the balcony in the shop. What is going on, guys? I'm WatchJRGo, and today, like I said, I'm here with my brother, and we are going to stand up as much of the Motul Lounge as we can. And in the last few weeks, we've gotten the main supports for the balcony just kind of chilling. The front ones are in and anchored completely. We drilled those holes. Those are completely anchored, and we're going to try to weld in the main support I-beams that run across today. But first, if you guys remember when we moved in, there's that gigantic diamond plate furnace sitting here that they use to burn wood, which seems like the most inefficient way to heat a building this big. But this insanity is probably like a 250 pound solid steel like backstop they use to keep the insulation from burning down. Obviously none of that worked out. You can see the insulation down here. It's trash. But this thing, you got it loose now? Pretty much?
There might be, yeah, just a little bit.
Of course, they welded everything into the building, so everything had to be cut out, and it just takes an insane amount of time. So one more cut probably, and I'll hop up there and we can probably get it down. Hey! It seems like it moved right there.
Yeah, it's I think we could probably just use a forklift though.
Oh, a forklift would be key. I can pull up beside it on the scissor lift, maybe. Sketchy.
I have other ideas, but
is it hook a chain to it and run?
no, it's me standing on the fork.
OSHA approved stamp.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Dip it down a little bit. A little more.
Okay. Going up. I need to come forward.
Come on in.
Coming in.
Hold it. Up. No more forward.
I'm holding.
Step. Back up and come down.
Backing up.
Okay, come down.
Coming down. Operation success. And this giant piece of nonsense is gone. The heater is finally gone. All the remnants of just, man, that thing was bad. So we're gonna hop back up there, cut out the rest of that diamond plate. All of this is diamond plate for some reason. We're gonna cut that one down, and cut those little supports out of there. That chimney, the flue that went out of here, what did that thing weigh? I think we shot video of it and then never posted it, but we had to cut that thing, and then I was on top of the roof and I just pushed, and it must have weighed
200 pounds.
200, 300 pounds. Yeah, it was insane. That
Probably diamond plate because you always end up with a bunch of leftover diamond plate when you're
because it's junk.
There's nothing you can do with it.
Yep. Well, now we have to replace this piece of tin. All the insulation obviously is going to get replaced, and we're going to clean this up. And that had to come down because it was in the way of this balcony post that needs to go right there. So let's get all this out of here, slide our post over, and start drilling holes. If you take a look at that door, you can see there's some very precise measuring going on right there. See the laser in the camera. After many revisions of measuring, there's our beam line going to the other beam, and hopefully this thing is dead on the money. So we're ready now to slide this one over and make sure we got our distance from the wall correct and everything, and shoot these things in. We got Joey chopping up the main beam there.
More like getting my salsa.
Jared's over here cleaning up the last of the long stringers. It's just about ready to go on here. There we go. Every bit of this beam will be clean here in a few. And I'm over here. We just got these things all anchored in, all of our uprights. And one of them's torqued, checking levels, everything like that. That one there is good to go. This one is level. I'm about to torque it. And Joey's cutting those giant I-beams just so they can run in between these two posts. So it's very precisely measured. And we got Stevie Ray Vaughan rocking in here. So back to the music. Because you're hitting the forks. There you go. Now you're fully clear. It almost looks like we might be able to go up and get you out.
Well,
But then again, you're like tight right there, huh? We are hanging out in the shop. It's absolutely pitch black because we have this transit laser in here and we're using it to mark reference lines. If you can see the laser, there's a nice, just a little bit of a light around on the walls. Let's see if you guys can see this. First of all, the rack looks really cool over there. But that's the cool spinning Bosch laser. The rack looks fire. And we can see all the way around the whole building. And now we are done marking our perfectly level lines on the beams all the way around. We can use that to measure up from and have a reference mark for where the big beams need to go. Look at that. The big beam's sitting right here, ready to go into place. Let's stick it up there. Shout out to my buddy Chase for letting me borrow that. It's a cool laser. We got the welder running again. Took a little bit, and now it's time. Side two, going down. Literally beamed me up. Oh, mistakes were made. Just slide back, everything's fine. Okay, put it on the floor. All right, where? Hold on. You want to try to slide it?
it's centered right now.
Oh, okay.
The other side clamp.
Now what am I running over? I don't see anything.
It's just off wire.
Oh, it's just that trap.
Off that.
Alright, you're almost dead on. You can come forward about 1 inch.
Yeah, we can just set it on there and feed it around with the hammer, right?
It's a beam! Alright, nobody be underneath it. Big sketch. We went and bought the entire Reese's collection for dinner. We got them all. Those guys said get Reese's, so I did that. Yeah. Joey's welding up that end. Oh, snap! There we go. Top secret level riding up there. Check it out. Oh, we are out of the fuels. Hoop da gasolina. All right, I just went to the gas station to get dinner. Guess I'm going back. There you go. The first beam is up. And we're gonna do some really cool things with that beam. Obviously, the entire balcony will get painted black once it's all hung. And we have a bead rolled WatchJRGo from my buddy Steven at FHP Design. He did that Cobra. I showed it on the channel a long time ago, but he bead rolled a gigantic WatchJRGo. I think it's 3 foot long. And we're going to mount it inside that beam and then light that beam. And then back here, of course, now that the uprights are up, we're ready to put the angle on. We had everything set up, but they had to roll for the night because it's been a long night already. And the welding took a little longer than we were thinking. But huge progress today, more coming tomorrow. Hopefully we get the other header up and the other angles in that we use to locate the header. And that's it. Good progress on the balcony. After that, we've got the pieces of the actual stringers, and we'll just come in, kind of rotate them this way and slide them over and set them down and tack them up. Once that's all tacked up, we're gonna build an entire floor and then either double like tongue and groove or double plywood it. We've got some plan to give it the rigidity we want in the floors, floor coatings, and a balcony. We can start moving arcade machines up, wiring the thing, and just tons of work is going on. The plumbers have been here. We've been talking to them quite a bit, and I think we finally know what the plumbing's gonna cost for the detail bay and bathrooms and all that fun stuff. $25,000. On that bombshell, that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com where you can get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. Huge shout out to the boys. We got a lot of work done in the last 2 days here. Everything anchored into the concrete, everything fabbed up, just ready to be welded together and put on. One more thing I need to do. I have to go buy more of these giant 5-inch square tube pieces, and we're gonna make center supports that go right here because we can't span the entire 55, 58 foot, whatever we decided on. I think we're at 55 foot right now, so it only juts out 5 foot. We don't think we can span that long as a free span. It's just, you really just can't with 6-inch I-beams. So I gotta go spend a lot of money at the steel store. I'm guessing it's probably $250, $300, $400 for those uprights.